What's going on, dudes? I am sorry I'm late. We had some technical difficulties, and there's a whole group of you chatting away. What's going on, man? Sorry we're late. It is 5:40. We said 5 o'clock. I had to change the time a couple times. I thought I would be live quicker, and of course I'm not. So what is going on? We want to do a year in recap and just sort of walk through stuff, my predictions, my projects, and get some feedback from you guys and just sort of chat away. So there's a bunch of questions or comments at least. So lots of beer and snow. What else? Oh my God, a whole bunch of questions. Anyway, I am here. What's up, Mark Bundy? What's up, Walter? So the year in review, I posted a video as the pandemic started saying that the guitar market was going to slowly fall apart, and I was pretty wrong on that. The market actually stayed pretty good this whole time. It was jumping there for a while. Lots of people buying guitars. I was pretty busy selling stuff, so I got that one wrong. I'm not sure how the high-end market sort of held together. That was one of the things I thought would sort of fall apart. I don't know. I haven't been shopping for anything high-end. I have been shopping for some projects, but I have not looked at any high-end stuff. I did find an SG, like a 68 SG, that was a project that I almost pulled the trigger on, but I didn't, so should have. What's going on, Mike? So that was, I'd say, one of my predictions that was sort of wrong. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I think everyone's sitting at home, had time to play stuff, pick up instruments. I was surprised at how busy I was. So that was sort of my one wrong prediction. We did the great guitar build off, and we rebuilt the 53 Les Paul. I just got that video up in case you guys haven't seen it. That was one I was hoping that was going to go viral. It hasn't, which I'm kind of surprised. I thought that would be one that would be huge, and it hasn't done it. So that was one of my disappointments. I think I posted it too late in the year to get it to go. When I did the Les Paul restore last year at this time, I posted it a little bit earlier, so I think I had more momentum. Here I posted it the week before Christmas, and I only delivered it in December, so I know for next year, I ended up posting that on the Les Paul forum and got some interesting comments in terms of how I rebuilt it. They wanted it more towards spec, and so I was always balancing what the owner wanted versus getting it exactly to the 53, and that's some of the things. So D-Mel, been following you. Have a wicked new year. Keep up the building. Yeah, we've got a couple projects in the works. I'm actually working on a burl right now, a burl top. I'm going to be doing like a nebula burst. I saw Crimson do that. I wanted to do a video on that, show you guys to do that with a burl. I'm still working on the Skybird. I'm actually fretting that. And then the reason I am late is I was working on a snakeskin guitar. If you guys are following me on Instagram, you'll see I'm playing around with some snakeskin textures and stuff. And I think I've got one that's pretty cool. So we'll see how that one turns out. I'm looking forward to actually completing that. I just poured the epoxy into the snakeskin. We'll see what it turns out like. So we'll see. Mark is asking the color of the back of the gold top Les Paul. Is that a factory color? No. The factory color would have been a natural dark wood, but I went with a dark color because I had to cover up all the cracks and Bondo in it. Originally, the owner wanted me to do a gold back, like a gold top and back, but that would have been disastrous because you would have seen every nook and cranny. So I got him to agree to at least do the dark backs. That helps. Were the strings factory original? No, Mr. Waffles, they were not. But I wanted to post that guitar on the forum to see what some of the guys would say. They told me I should have converted the bridge and then I should have re-centered it. The owner said it played perfectly when he had it, and I went with that. I think if I rebuild the guitar again, I may get it strung up, play it, and then see what needs to be fixed. I think that was one of the things I learned was going through it at the end. A couple mistakes here and there I'll have to clean up later. So, Dak, what's up? So the new year for me is going to be, I don't know, slightly less busy. I've got some whiskey barrel guitars that we'll be doing. I think I'm going to concentrate on that. I've got to finish the Dragon Burst. That one has taken way too long to get done. Some of that is my fault. Some of that is just the color scheme we were going for. So that's one I've been working on for about 8 months. And then the Skybird will definitely be awesome. That'll be one of the things I'm looking forward to doing. Yeah, the kits. I have a kit guitar I haven't put together. I think maybe that's not a bad idea. Actually, Lewis, the kit I have, the bodies I have are Pawani. I could probably do a stain dye video on that. That would be a good idea. I should do that. I have 4 bodies I bought from China. There's a car pulling up in front, trying to figure who that is. I should probably stain one of those. That would actually be a good video for you guys. So I will do that. All right. I've been trying to build a 335 for a while. I just haven't gotten there. It was one of those projects I started and never finished because I got too busy doing other guitars. What is the resale value of that guitar? I don't know, Mark. I think that guitar is probably worth maybe $5,000. A couple of the guys commented that it's not a Les Paul Gold Top anymore. It's a completely different guitar. I don't know if I really agree with that. I left it to spec as best as I could. Sans the new tuners and electronics. So my thought would be about $5,000. Groon, when I talked to him, said it would be kind of worthless because of how much work went into it. It's obviously not a 53, but the sentimental value. I did it because of the sentimental value for the owner. So, all right. What's up, Misfit? What's up, Jim? Yeah, I did that project because it's a piece of history. It's the 2nd year Les Paul. I didn't charge him hardly anything for the time and effort I put into it. I would have liked to got it done quicker, but I had to figure out how to do a couple of the pieces. The frisket and the inlay was probably the hardest in terms of getting it right. That I wanted to make sure I got right. I tried to inlay a bunch of different logos a couple times. I was going to do a video of all the things I tried before I got to that point, but I thought it was just better to keep the video going and just go down that path. So, all right, Misfit, what is the hardest part of building a guitar or getting into building a guitar? Probably the hardest part is just not making mistakes, to be quite honest. I think as we get going, a bit slips or, a template moves, you're not 100% familiar how the tool works. I think you've got to do a little bit of practice. Like, you're not going to get it right off the bat. Like, it just never happens that way. So I think that's the hardest thing, is accepting that you're going to make mistakes and rolling with it. I know it can be expensive to continually sort of patch and repatch things up, but that's what happens sometimes. I do have a neck repair that I did on a roasted maple Strat Telly neck. I've got that video. I just got to edit it down. I'm waiting for some final pics from the owner, and I'll put that one up. That's I think just making mistakes and living with them is probably the biggest thing. You can get the tools, you can get the wood, but like, you get all the way through and you screw something up, it really is crazy. So, have you thought of doing a guitar inventory video, Curtis? Yes and no. I've done a couple videos of the stuff I have. I've turned some of my really high-end stuff. Most of the stuff I have now is mine. Like, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I've got like 3 more downstairs. I got 15 of my own, and 1, 2, 3, 4 branded guitars. So I don't know. I don't. I did the inventory of the amps I got from that Walter Beckett auction, but I actually turned 2 of those amps now. So all right. What's up, Julian? Harry the Prick, what's up going on? All right, Brokeman Fishing is, I just bought a used guitar. It's coming from a region that's snow-covered and in the teens. I live in the desert. What do I need to do? Leave it alone a few days. Hey, so Brokeman, when you get that guitar, do not touch it at least for 24 hours. I would let it just sit. Usually there is some acclimation that's going to happen as it's traveling, but I would not pull that guitar out of the box for 24 hours. I'm hoping whoever shipped it to you loosened the strings because that'll help, but definitely let that guitar sit a lot longer than you would normally do it. A trial and error video would do real well with the gold top. Yeah, Mark, maybe I'll do that. I've got some things. I did the victory video on Monday trying to latch on to the other video, the full time lapse, and that one didn't do that good. So we'll see. All right, Misfit is asking, what luthier tools specific to guitar building would you recommend buying first? I have woodworking tools, power tools, some plane routers. I mean, really, it depends on what you want to do, dude. If you want to start building necks, then you're going to have to get all that neck equipment. So you're going to need the fret radius machine and the fret leveling tools. That's like a whole process in itself. Like there's tons of guys that build bodies, but not a lot of them get into necks. And I did the same thing. When I started, I was building bodies. You need a pin router, a bandsaw, and some stains. You can make awesome bodies. But if you really want to get into necks and some stuff like that, you know, that's a whole nother investment. So 15 of my own would be cool. One of them I can't show anymore because I got in trouble. If you guys can guess which video came down, you'll know which one that is. Mr. Bob Wood, what's going on, buddy? How are you? Fractal audio, nice. I use an X. Misfit, I don't know what you mean by that. What's up, Chris? How are you? I saw you on here earlier. I'm late. Sorry about that. Yeah, Misfit, if you're going to do the whole thing, it pays to buy the neck tools and the fretting tools. That gets you over time. Like I would say out of all the guitars I have up here that I built myself, I'd say half of them have, no, actually 3/4 of them are all stuff I fretted. Like building a neck through or building an LP, you need the fretting tools. So that's the process I would go down. What is an honest price for a neck reset on an old 1930s parlor guitar? Depends on how beat up that 30s parlor guitar is. I would be careful. You know, if you take off that neck, is the top collapsed and you've got to rebuild the top? That would be my biggest concern about giving you a price right off the bat. I don't know. I'd have to see it. I'd have to see pics. I don't like giving quotes. Like I could do a fret level quote or a refret quote pretty easily, but on something that old, I'd have to see it. Mark is asking, what's my favorite part of guitar making? I like putting the stains on the body the first time. That's my favorite part. I enjoy doing the staining. Like I got the PRS, I converted. I love doing the stains. That would be, if I could get a job, it'd be at the Paul Reed Smith factory doing stains all day. That'd be my thing. All right, Rick is asking, I have an Ovation Breadwinner that has one of the headstock wings broken off. What do you think would be the best way to fix it? Best way to fix that would be to pop off the tuners, obviously, get that headstock, make sure the piece is flat, get a piece of mahogany or maple, I don't know what that exactly is on the neck, and then glue that on, and then you can recut it and sand it and then re-drill for the tuner. That would be the best way. Misfit, I don't have a tool list. I might have a video of my shop that you could see. You know, I have a basic, I mean, I have it all. I've invested so much into this. But like my biggest tools I started with were the bandsaw and the pin router. And that's what got me really going. I bought this big Italian pin router for $1,500. That's when I started making bodies for guys. That's how I got into it. High action, Lurk, I'm getting confused. All right, Lurk is saying high action, no reinforcement on the rod. It's all weak wood. It looks okay. Yeah, that I don't know. Send me some pics. I could probably give you a decent quote on it. How would you plug recessed potholes from Rob? So you've got the hole, and it's like this, and you want to put a piece of maple in, and then you want to replug it. That one, I don't know, Rob. I don't know if you want to drill out, like on the Paul Reed Smith I have, if you drilled it all out and then you plugged it and re-drilled, I don't know if you want to do that. Is it a painted body or a flame maple top? If it's painted body, you could just drill it with a bigger hole, re-glue, and then recarve. But if it's like a figured maple top, I don't think you could do that. What's up, Luke? D. Fox lives right down from the Paul Reed Smith factory. That'd be fun to go do it. Okay, Mark's asking, how do those stain guys get a job with PR skips? Since the question, I have no idea, actually. I don't know. I have no idea. I think you probably have to work in the factory for a while before they allow you to put stain on a guitar. That's my. I think that's probably where you're gonna have to go is start doing some aspect of the build, and they'll eventually let you stain. Like for me, I could probably get a job there off the bat because I've done so many. I have samples of my work, but I don't know. Robert McDowell, Happy New Year, Big D. I have one of the signature whiskey barrel guitars with H sharp where I'm getting rust in the bridge. It's not affecting. Should I be concerned? No, Robert. All you want to do is get a little bit of 3-in-1 oil and just put it on a paper towel and dab it on. The hardware is aged with muriatic acid, and you just got to keep it oiled, kind of like having a nice gun. You just got to add a little bit of oil. What happens is the oil dries up, and you just get a little bit of rest. So I would add a little bit of oil. You should be good. Blackjack Guitar Nut, what's up, buddy? What is the #1 thing I want to accomplish this year in 2021? I don't know, Bob. That's actually a good question. I want more of my videos to do better. So I keep telling my brother. I want to get in touch with, like, what I really would like to have is some really significant guitars come through the door. Like, that's probably what I would like to do. I'd like to work on some famous instruments. I think that's one of the things I'm missing in my back pocket is like, hey, I fixed this. That's why I took on the 53 Les Paul. I'd love to work on someone like, you know, significance guitar, like Trigger or something like that. I don't think that's going to happen, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what I want, Bob. I haven't figured it out. I do want to build my 335 that I've got. I've got this green monster in my head, and I just haven't gotten there yet. Fractal Audio. You missed mine up there. I was just asking why you favor telly bodies with so many of your builds. I don't know, Fractal. I love the shape. It's comfortable to me. It's easy to build. Strats, I don't know. I've got a bunch of Strat builds. I like them, but you can't really stain the top as much. I don't know. Like I built the Explorer. I kind of like that. I just like telly shapes, I guess. They're comfortable to me. The way they sit on my body is comfortable. I mean, for me, like, I just this curve sits on my right on my knee, and that's what I like to play. I play mostly sitting down, so that's probably one of the reasons I do it. You know, I've got this awesome Flying V I built years ago, and I didn't play it at all because it just doesn't fit on my body. So I don't know. Lewis, I will do the Paulwani video. That I'll do. What color you want me to do? Answer me that, and I'll do that one. Let's see. I have a Jackson Soloist guitar that the neck pickup occasionally cuts out. Switch has been replaced and still happens. What's the next step? You probably want to pull the pickup, and it's probably loose at the base of the pickup. You may want to see if you need to solder that joint. D Fox is saying, everyone stay healthy. That's your wish. It's a good wish, my friend. Mr. Bob saying, I'll get there. Too talented not to. Hopefully. We'll see, Bob. Uh-oh, someone's stepping on my feet. Blackjack, what are you saying? Have you seen those Southern Comfort whiskey tellies on eBay? No, I have not. I've not seen those. Send me a link. If it's built by Walla Walla, I know he does a lot of weird stuff every once in a while. I've talked to him a couple of times. We kind of do something similar, but I have not seen the Southern Comfort tellies. Send me a link, Blackjack. I'd appreciate that. Robert McDowell, can you recommend an oscillating spindle sander for a small shop? Yeah, Robert, I actually have two versions of the rigid spindle sander. It's got the belt sander and the spinning sander. I have two. I have one that's permanently set up for the belt and one that's permanently set up for the spindle. I love that tool. That is a great tool. I have two of them. I use one for parts. I use the other one for, you know, the belt sander side. So I got 40 of us on here. That's a lot. 20 thumbs ups, 22 minutes in. I'll give you guys probably another 15 minutes, and I got to make dinner. So I hopefully will get the neck repair video up, and then I have a snakeskin fail video I want to post to you guys. I'll show you some of my failures as I'm learning how to do some of this stuff. Order pizza. Now I actually have to make chicken quesadillas. The wife left them in the fridge, and I got to put them in the oven. So chicken quesadillas, Chris. I'm going to drive up here from Alabama. Did you get a shop yet, Chris? Did you buy that house? Let me know. Plans to do any more carve tops? I don't know. It's been a while. My buddy is doing, actually my buddy Doug, the Guitar ER in Lombard, he's doing a carve top telly. I've been working with him to size up some of the wood. I don't know when he's going to get started, but I don't have any plans to do a couple carve tops in my head. I haven't gotten there yet. Chris, I'm sorry. I was hoping you'd get a shop. I may do another carve top. I mean, I did the double cut, and that one turned out beautiful. I really like it. I have two thick billets from Kimball that I need to chop into. Most of the tops I have from Kimball are 1/4 inch thick, so that's why I do also a lot of tellies. They go right on. It's easy to do. All right, another couple questions. How thick would you put a quilted maple veneer on a body blank? I have a 4-inch thick chunk. Well, you at least want like 1 3/4 inches. That's the standard guitar body size. If you've got like a Firebird or what's the other small, thinner body, like a Les Paul Classic, that's like 1.5 inches. You at least want 1 3/4 inches, and you can put the veneer over that. Thank you, Blackjack, for the comment on the 53. Rick is saying, I like Kimball's stuff. He's located 1 town away from me. Yeah, you know, I actually will go visit Kimball at some point. I need to just spend a couple days with him. He's in Rhode Island. It's a little bit far of a drive, but I would love to just shoot the shit with him and go through the shop and see his tools. He's got a Grizzly resaw machine that can like slice off, less than a 1/4 inch tops repeatedly. So I need to go visit him. I don't know if it'll be this year. It'll be one of these years. Derek and I will hang. So we are looking for rentals, so I might get my shop anyway. Hopefully, Chris, I know you probably need more space just like me. So Mr. Bob is saying, I think my finishing days are over. I tried a cool finish on a junior style, and I used the wrong poly and it dried like shit. Yeah. If you stain or paint, the finishes you pick to go on top of that stuff makes a big deal, Bob. I know, like if you got an oil-based finish and you're using oil-based stains, if you mix them, sometimes the finished product doesn't look right. A lot of guys ask me, why can't you put like acrylics over some of the stains? They don't dry right. It's a huge pain in the butt. What's up, Jim? I actually probably will post on Instagram the snake build tonight if it looks right. I have to go back down there and use the torch one more time to get the bubbles out. That's the first thing I will do before I make dinner. I will turn the turn the toaster oven on and then run downstairs to get the bubbles out. So what else is going on? 43 of you. Someone's got to have another question. I'm going to refill here. Go take a shower after this. So what else? Anybody got any awesome plans for New Year's other than sitting in your office or home or apartment like we've done for everything else? Anniversary is tomorrow. That's awesome, Chris. Take care of her. Don't give her any guitars or models, right? All right. My buddy and I are going to start our first build tonight, starting with the neck. Any suggestions for the first build? David, go slow. Make sure you're planning how you're going to go through the machine before you actually do anything into the machine. That is probably my best advice to you, is just go super slow. And when you're pushing your piece of wood into the router, always get it so that it sort of slides in. You don't want to come in, if this was your curve, like let's say this is your curve of your body, come into it. You don't want to come down into it, if that makes any sense, hopefully. Ontario, you guys are in lockdown. I know I couldn't visit any of my Canadian friends if I wanted right now. See you, Bob. On my kit is paper thin. Would Angela stains still be okay? Mr. Waffles, if you are going to use Angela stains on a paper thin veneer, you cannot sand back or else you're going to lose it. You're going to lose that top. You're going to lose all the depth of your veneer. Don't sand back. Just go with one straight color and then layer colors over it. Do not sand back. You will ruin that finish. So yeah, Chris, when I start telling my wife I'm going to go live or do guitar stuff, she's like, I don't care. I was like, all right. I know how that goes. Bearwood finish could use something like Rubio or Osmo. I don't know. Yeah, Mike, I was supposed to be in Jacksonville this week, and that didn't happen. We were going to go to a resort down there, and it was too cold. It was as cold as it was here, so I wasn't going to spend the money. So spent the week working instead of actually enjoying. I think for spring break we'll be down in Florida. I was in Jacksonville, was I think going to be in the 60s, and we needed it to be in the 70s because it was actually like 40 degrees a couple days ago. So what else is going on? You guys got 5 minutes. It's 29 minutes in, and then I hope everyone has a good new year. And if you're planning projects for the winter here, just shoot me a note to help you out. I've been getting a lot of emails asking to do restores, and I won't take those on. I will restore another classic, but I'm not sure I'll restore like a one-off. I do want to restore probably a Les Paul Custom. Some of those old 70s Les Paul Customs are beat to hell. I've been looking for one of those. that's probably the one I would take on if anyone has something like that. Other than that, I'm really going to be cautious on what I take on. So David Bishop is asking where do I begin in building my first guitar? David, if you haven't built a kit, I'd start with a kit. I know sometimes guys just want to get into the tools and stuff, but building a kit gives you sort of a view into doing it without actually doing it. And then if you like a kit, building a body would be next. If you build the body, you need a bandsaw and a pin router or like a table router that I show in most of my videos. That's how I would get into it. I don't know where Sebastian is, Mike. I don't know where that is. I'm not too familiar with some of the smaller cities in Florida, but Jacksonville was way too cold for me. Franco is asking, I have a Godin guitar, Gooden. I don't know why I butchered that. It has a dent. How would you repair it? There's a Grand Concert nylon. Depending how bad the dent is, you're just probably going to have to leave it, Franco. A lot of times what guys will do is they'll take sort of steam and re-push out the dent, but then you got to sand and refinish it. That's a huge pain. So I don't know if you want to do that. What is my favorite finish for bare wood, unstained, unpainted? I like True Oil Misfit. I used to love this gunstock oil, but it wasn't consistent. Blackjack, I have not posted the snake skin on YouTube. I'll probably do that next week. Luke is saying he's got a Warmouth build going. The pickups are going to be first build. Yeah, Warmouth's a great sort of starting point. See you, D-Fox. Have a good night. What oil should I use in a Faro fretboard? I don't know. That one I'd have to research. I think you could use like a lemon oil. On the Les Paul 53, I used like not an orange oil, but like a butcher block oil. That would work. Do I ever play my Ormsby? No, man. I sold my Ormsby. I had to dump it when I got in trouble with another large guitar company. I needed money quickly, and I actually ended up getting rid of my Ormsby. That shark guitar was awesome, and Perry's a great guy, but I was down in gear, and I needed cash quick, so I ended up dumping my Ormsby Shark 7-string. David, if you want to look at a kit, the solo kits are okay. Brad does a bunch of videos on those. Those actually are okay. Use his link, give him the commission. But I've had a solo kit. I think that's the SG we built. That was a solo kit. "25 miles south of Melbourne." Yeah, that's warm. I know you got to go past Orlando to stay warm. First time doing a guitar, I have access to the tools for the body. Should I order the neck? Arc, yeah, if you haven't built the neck, any idiot like me can build a body, but building a neck does take a little bit of time and patience. I would order your neck. The necks from Warmouth are good. They have some issues like everyone else, but they are the most workable in terms of sort of fret leveling and whatnot. I did a nice ash body with crimson stains. Purple wanted to try Angelus. Tough to get it up here in the Great White North. You guys can't get Angelus up there, Daryl? That sucks. So, Fractal, I'm not following you. Yeah, you're right. I too many questions. Sorry. That I would say, Fractal, the Ormsby 7-string Shark was probably one of the nicest designed guitars I have ever seen. I had the Shark Bloodbath, the red and the black, and that was an outstanding guitar. It really was. In terms of creative and execution and everything, Perry did a awesome job on that guitar. There's nothing like that. Thank you, Gibson Drummer. If you guys could share the Les Paul time-lapse video, that would be great. I need some more money to pay for everything. That was my big one. Valerie, what's up? Happy New Year, Curtis. Yeah, Gibson Drummer, he wanted an all-gold finish, but the problem was that the back was so cracked up it was going to show all those Bondo marks, so I couldn't do that. It's too much. I've done a couple solos, not my recommendation. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing with doing a kit is the fretwork is going to suck. So you're going to have some patience um, on the fretwork. That's always a big deal. So BZA retracted his message. We're 35 minutes in. I'm going to answer 2 more questions here, and then we're going to say Stolat, and I hope you guys have a great New Year's. Everyone be safe in the new year, and try not to get sick, right? What else? Albatross makes a great kit. Yeah, you know, Albatross, I bought one of their base kits that I sold to someone years ago. That turned out well. Yeah, the Albatross kits are all right. Blackjack, send me the Southern Comfort eBay link. I'd like to see that. BZA, hey dude, your gold type restoration was amazing. How many man hours was it? Cheers. I don't know. Actually, I didn't total up all the hours. I did a lot more thinking and practicing on stuff than you would think. I tried a couple different ways to recreate the logo, and I didn't get that right. That's why I had to use that one. So I'd probably say over 100 hours. It hasn't paid for itself yet, which is one of my frustrations. What he gave me in cash and what I got in video revenue, I don't think I've fully broken even. I think I will in a month or two, but yeah, probably about 100 hours. All right, last set of questions here. Ark is asking, is there a preferred place to get wood for the body? I don't want to say eBay, but for body wood, that might be your best bet. I'm in Chicago. I can go to Owl Hardwood and Lumber, and they've got awesome wood for me, so I buy from them. Most of your hardwood suppliers, even if you're in a smaller market town, there should be someone selling 8-quarter lumber to get body wood. That would be my best bet. Misfit for necks. You could go with the Warmoth necks. I have not had great experience with him. It's I would say Warmoth first. USA Custom Guitars in Seattle was a Warmoth guy, and he started making his own. But I know he gets backed up at times. I have bought some of the Chinese necks from WD. They require a lot of TLC, and you know, I haven't really had a great amount of luck with them. So Gibson drummer was $100 for all that work. No, I got more than $100 for the work. I'm saying 100 hours. 100 hours is probably what I put into that gold top restoration, not including sort of like planning time. All right, we're 38 minutes. I have got to make some quesadillas and get back to life. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great new year. And as always, if you got a question, send it my way. And we will chat in 2021. See you, dudes.